Hey Leo, what's up guys? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to my channel. This is the Mystic Leo. My name is Isa. I'm your very favorite Leo tarot reader around here. I'm also a very proud Leo. Thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you clicking on this video, and for those of you who return, pause up top, baby. It's good to see you. So we're just gonna get whatever messages you guys need to know and hear right now. I just kind of feel like that's the direction for the day. This could be anything: money, love, career, just about your life, literal messages from the other side. I am a psychic medium, so sometimes I get names, information, messages. I'll just share it if that's what happens today. Yeah, I think that's it. Don't worry, guys. This sunburn is from my friend's birthday party. Ouch. I mean, check that out. That's a pretty bad one there. That's what happens when you don't go to the beach for a year and you live at the beach. Yes, I pretty much stay out of the sun, so it is what it is. I'm just going to be all over here all hot and stuff. Anyway, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Make sure you give it a like if it resonates for you. Definitely subscribe and come on back. All right? Okay. All right. Overall energy for you guys. The Ace of Swords. There could be something happening for you soon here that has to do with receiving the truth or finding out a truth or accepting or knowing the truth. You know, I feel like somebody could be giving you a message or telling you something that you've needed to know or hear for quite some time. Now the challenge, let's see the challenge. Queen of Swords. This is making a logical decision based on the information that you got, right? It's also being honest about the situation and accepting whatever that is, okay? So if you get any news of any type, or maybe, you know, somebody wants to end a relationship, or maybe you just get something that's leading you to not want to be at the job that you're at, whatever it is. This is, you know, that knowing, having a logical plan, having a plan, accepting what it is, and not trying to sugarcoat that particular thing, okay? All right, let's see what else is coming here, all right? What else do you need Leo to know right now? Seven of Swords. There's a situation that's happening for you that maybe some of you definitely need to just run, not walk away from. I also feel like, you know, I feel like there's a lesson around people taking advantage of you, okay? This card for me, I know it says stuff about protecting here, but I don't know that it's protecting as much as it is the allowance of things, okay? You may need to protect your energy a little bit more. You may need to protect yourself when it comes to relationships or people taking advantage of you, okay? And that honestly for me, outside of even being a reader, comes from how you value and you respect yourself, okay? So maybe that's something that you need to sit down with, you know, because a lot of us will say we have the world here, but a lot of us will say, yeah, I care about me, I love me, but then the way we're walking in everyday life, and how we will allow sometimes people to say or do things doesn't reflect what's going on the inside, okay? We have the World. This is great. This is about closing out a new chapter and how it's time for you to do that, okay? What's the new thing that you're ready to begin? What's the new experience that you're having in your life, okay? With the clarity and being logical and, you know, the truth and honesty about what you may have been allowing people to get away with in your life. That's really what I feel what this message overall is about. It's the world. We're closing out a chapter and we're starting a new one. So what is it that you want to, who do you want to be in this new chapter? What are you willing to to change? What are you willing to see about yourself that maybe you haven't seen before in order to have this new chapter in your life happen? Okay, I think that's very much what this is about. This is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo on this card. You could have some of these in your big three, or maybe there's somebody in your life you're dealing with that has one of these signs, and there's something very important around knowing and finding out the truth. Okay, Three of Swords, brokenheartedness here. I mean, I shuffled the crap out of these cards. How I'm getting all these swords. Definitely could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini here. But, you know, there's something painful here that you get to realize and accept. For some of you, it's just going to maybe be about the way you do things, about the thoughts, the energy that you've held in your life that has kind of put you right where you are in this very moment. For others of you, it's going to be actually finding out about a person, who they really are, things they may have been saying or doing behind your back, behaviors, trickery that they may have been using, things, how they've been taking advantage of you, okay? And for others of you, it's the flip side, realizing how many times you've allowed yourself to be taken advantage of, to be hurt on account that you wanted somebody to love you, okay? You wanted somebody to care about you. There was something I was going to say. Either way, regardless, guys, there's a lot of pain associated with accepting the truth. Now, I don't know if y'all are doing shadow work or this message is merely a call to begin that part of your life. But let me just say this. A lot of things don't change until we decide we want to change. And a lot of times we blame everybody else for the reasons why things don't work for us or why things never change, you know? So for instance, right? Many years ago, before I began to be a life coach and stuff like that, I led my life in such a way that I kept showing up as somebody who was a victim. Like literally, I can recall myself, and I recognize it when I see it now in other people. I can recall being like, this happens to me all the time, every single time, without a doubt. And guess what? The more that you know that and you believe that, the more the universe conspires to say, okay, so that always happens. Let me back up your belief. Let me back up your energy and give you more of that. I'm just going to keep giving you the same thing until you realize that it's you that gets to shift internally, this internal talk, the talk that's coming out of your mouth. So that's why I feel like today's message is watch what you say, watch what you think about yourself, okay? Because you're creating some sort of pain in your own life at this point for some of you. I'm not saying it's all of you, okay? Because some people are going to understand the message and other people are not, and I'm here to deliver the message, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't have a judgment. Look, I've done a lot of work in my life. I still got lots of work to do. Okay. But what I'm getting at here is, at some point, if we want something to change, then we've got to recognize that we are a part of the problem. Right? Identifying here and not identifying outside, okay? So I feel like you're closing a painful chapter here for many of you. You're beginning to realize that somebody really did not feel the same way. They didn't care the way that you needed them to. They took advantage of you. They may have even said things about you behind your back. And this is the realization of, okay, if I don't want that next time around, what am I missing? What am I not recognizing? What do I get to change? Okay. King of Swords. What the hell? Every single card is a swords card? This is bizarre. I just shuffled this deck unbelievably before I even came on this camera. I was working with this deck earlier. This is all nothing but swords. Okay. Exactly. The situation holding you back in life for some of you is just you. And this King of Swords with the Eight of Swords is saying to me, this is very personal, okay? So this is about examining, gaining clarity about a situation, which could be money, love, career for many of you, how you spend your money, how you deal with people on your job, so on and so forth, what you think, what you believe, and how you're attracting more of this. Or this is just literally about some sort of relationship that, you know, you're in with a person who definitely is holding you back. It's hurting you. It's not helping you. Okay. You know, and in doing my own work and even coaching and stuff, I get it. You know, sometimes we become the other people. We get addicted to the feeling of being in pain. We get addicted to that mindset of being a victim, right? Because we get a payoff for it. What's the payoff? People pay attention to us. They feel bad for us. We can keep on and on and on with that same story. And we get something from that. We get some emotional satisfaction. What do we often get? A lot of the attention that we've been missing from the actual relationship. Okay. So I feel like Eight of Swords, you know, this is your own brain doing this stuff. Okay. Are you the one sabotaging yourself? I don't know. That's why we're having this talk today. We have the Page of Wands. So this talks about moving into a new direction, and the Three of Wands. What? This is crazy. I shuffled the crap out of this deck. This is just bizarre to me. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway. This is a new phase, you waiting on something, you looking forward to the future. The Three of Wands isn't, for me as a reader, it's always been about being a visionary and seeing your life in the future and wanting to create that and moving forward. So here, Page of Wands, you know, very much about moving into a new direction and feeling re-inspired again. So the message here today, either it's resonating for you because you're presently going through this, or this is the message of, hey, maybe it's time to go on this new adventure with yourself, right? Where you're discovering the things about you as a person who's not attached to whatever you were just dealing with, and exploring what you're ready to pursue now. What is this for about you? Okay. Without this person, without this shitty job, without these people in your face. Okay. What do you truly desire and what do you truly want? Because I talked about this on my other video, and I feel like this is sort of the energy of that. You know, I used myself in an example, which I won't do here, but, you know, it's like a lot of times we get into a relationship, you know what happens? We get attracted to somebody and we're like, okay, I want to see where this goes, you know, and we find that we have some common interest, but we never really, and this is not everybody, a lot of times we don't really sit down and say, okay, this is the direction my life is going. Is this person even going there? For instance, let's say I want to move far, far away. I want to move to Wyoming, okay? And I've been planning this for 2 years and I'm just about ready to go to Wyoming. And then I meet somebody and they feel like the love of my life and they're my soulmate, blah, blah, blah. And this person says, well, I'm not ready to do that. I don't want to do that. Like, but I love you and I want to be with you. Well, I'm sorry. You know, for somebody like me, you're not going to Wyoming. That's a big problem because that's me compromising the thing that truly is going to make my soul happy, to be with somebody else just to make them happy. Okay, and I'm not saying there's no such thing as compromise, right? I'm not saying that. Maybe you stay for a year and then with the promise of leaving and you actually do that. But a lot of times we won't go, oh, hey, this person doesn't want kids. This person doesn't want to move to Wyoming. This person, you know, there's too much here. There's major stuff. We don't do that. I feel a little bit of this energy here with this reading, not so much as the other one that I just did for the weekly energy check-in. But I think this is, you know, what's your dream? What's your big dream right now? What's your big dream? Be honest with yourself. Are some of you doing, you know, inner work, shadow work, inner child work, and rediscovering your dream? Is that what this is about? I don't know. Do you know? Okay, yes. Death card, Scorpio energy. So again, This is what situation are you putting an end to once and for all, putting an end to in your life, so that your future outcomes, Three of Wands, are the things that you truly desire, that you truly want, that you feel good about, that are putting your life in a new direction, okay? What are you ready to put an end to have the life that you've always wanted for yourself, Leo? What is it? Something's got to change here. That's this card. This card talks about big changes. So, you know, it's really asking yourself, what is the thing that I'm willing to end once and for all, willing to work on, willing to change, right? And I think for some of you, it's how you do things, the people that you pick. You know, I know that me personally, that's for me. I said in one of my other videos, there's no way I'm ever going to choose somebody. I'm trying to move to a whole other country. Why would I choose to stay here for love? Do you know how many times I've sacrificed everything? Ask yourself, listen to what I'm saying to you. I'm going to say it just like you would say it. How many times have I sacrificed all the things I wanted because I did for love what somebody else needed me to do to make them happy? And in the end, I got ass in my hands. Okay? How many times? Right? Are you ready once and for all to create the life that you've always dreamed of, Leo? That's the question. Then you got to find somebody who's ready to be in that life with you, because they're up to the same shit. You get me? They're going to Wyoming too. They love Korean like you love Korean, and all they want to do is farm food and make Korean food. Period. There's no struggle. There's no pain. There's no agony. This person is on the same page. Right? It's not somebody trying to convince the other person, or you trying to convince yourself of anything. And it doesn't have to be relationships, but relationships are our biggest mirror, so they teach us the most and they change us the most. If we're willing to be open to that, that's what this is about. Are you ready to see it yet? Are you ready to take the lessons and then move forward? So I like this energy for you guys. I think it's cool. It's interesting. Right now in my life, I'm doing a lot of work personally around like reparenting, you know, reparenting and like being grateful for the people that were around me when I was growing up that really loved me and gave me the example of what it is to really be a parent, you know. And sometimes when you start going in there, you touch those nerves and they don't feel good. And you want to, you know, I'm good. And you might feel a little bit of that resistance, right? That's normal because your ego is trying to protect itself. But if you want to have a breakthrough here, then you're going to have the hard conversations. King of Swords, Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, okay? Especially, sorry guys, I fell and I banged up my elbow. Here's the other one. Y'all, you have no idea how I have messed myself up the last couple of days. Anyway, you know, if this is a relationship, this is closing out a chapter and starting a new one, right? Getting over this person if you've not been with them for a long time. I get a lot of people that say, I don't know why this person is showing up in my reading. I don't even care anymore. Well, something is still resonating in the energy. If that's who you go to, then maybe it's time to understand what the lesson was in that connection, right? I'm just saying. I love you guys. All right, I want to help you. I want to help you. Okay, it's not to, I'm not picking. I'm not trying to be a jerk here. Okay, it's out of pure love. All right. Okay, let's get one or two oracles here because I'm really just feeling the vibe. I felt the vibe today to give you these messages. That's just so weird that you got so many swords. That's crazy. And I have been using that deck over and over again, shuffling it. Oh, you got the crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. Those are your aha moments. You guys could be getting some really great ideas too that end a lot of your suffering. Like, do you know how many people just get a bright idea about something and their life is totally different? Like 3 months later, they invent something, they create something, they do something new. But first they got to get out of their own way, and they got to trust themselves, and you got to trust spirit when you get these little nudges here and there, that it's trying to lead you in the direction you need to be going. A lot of people, we talk about resistance and karma and kriya and being in the flow or not being in the flow. If you have to try, quote, quote, too hard and it's hurting you, why? That's not your path, Leo, okay? That's not your path. Life has to be in flow. Let me tell you, I am doing so much around flow in my life right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I've just gone ham, like ham on the flow. Like, if it disrupts my flow, I'm not doing it. I'm not calling the person. I'm not talking to the person. I can't anymore. You know, I'm not going to certain places that, you know, I would be in resistance to. I'm not having certain conversations I don't want to have, and I get to stop myself at times. You know what I'm saying? I've created a life of like waking up in a certain flow already. I'm going where the energy is taking me. So remember that, like, go where the thing is taking you, right? Okay, we have this is a lot. We have manifestation powers. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. Okay. Heal away addictions. Lord of mercy. Mine is coffee. Okay. That's my big thing. And it's coffee. Okay. Here you go. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. I love it when a card simply puts all the shit that just took me all this time to say, okay? Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. Let me repeat this card. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. That means repeating your pattern. They're not your soulmate. They're a repetitive pattern. It keeps showing up over and over again. And you keep saying this one's special and this one's special. They're all special in that you're repeating your pattern. You know? Okay? Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. Guys, I'm no better than you. My stupid ass always doing the same shit over again, expecting some different result. We are all temporarily insane when it comes to love and relationships. All right. We have books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. And we have Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. So some of you might be healers. Others of you are working deeply on your own healing. Okay. I feel like that one was special for me. I'm doing the deep, fix my inner child. Fix my little screaming baby. All right. All right, let's see. Let's just take a look at the romance sector here real quick and see what kind of messages we have here, okay? What do you have for my lovely Leos? What do you have for Leo? What do you have for Leo? What's the message, please? The message that Leos need to hear. Okay. Okay, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And now, with that said, side note is, where are you going with this? You get it, but what are their intentions for their life? What's the direction they're going? Does it match you? Do their values match you? Do they have great integrity? Or is this somebody who's literally telling you a story about how they ripped off somebody, 5 years ago, and wham, it was this thing, but it's all good now? You don't know what the hell they're into. Trust me, I've been there. I listened to somebody literally flat out tell me they were a cheater, and I went right into that relationship because dumbass me thought, oh, I guess I need to repeat this to see if I can fix somebody that I can't fix instead of focusing on fixing me, my stupid ass. Okay? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you think I ain't a dumbass? Oh, I've been there. I haven't been in a relationship for a couple of years now, but it is what it is. I've already said single as a Pringle, just focused on the goals. Anyway, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So be optimistic, okay? You got to know that the right person just designed just for you, on the same wavelength, on the same page is out there for you. And you got to work on the stuff that gets you out of your own way to even recognize that person. A lot of times they're there. They're right there. And we're just going, that's a nope. Nope, they don't meet all of the shit that I've already recognized, that I'm familiar with, that I've already dealt with. Think about it. Just let that seep in for a second. I've literally passed up the nice guy because I'm like, oh, not as cute as so-and-so. Oh, you know, doesn't have this or that. Oh, and then what do? Go across the room and choose the damn idiot that I was just different face, different name in a relationship with. Okay? We just conversating today. Spirit just want me to holler at you. Okay? Because I love you. Ooh, some of you, your peace might feel off at this time. It's what you want. And round, but it's in reverse. It's a repeating cycle, okay? Some of you are still repeating a thing and thinking that it has nothing to do with you, but it does have something to do with you, okay? So really, this is about opening up, being in the question with yourself and figuring out, what is it that you keep repeating? What is the thing that you keep doing? What are the choices that you keep making? It doesn't necessarily have to be about relationships, like I said, but that's the thing that we tend to choose over and over again, all right? So let's see, let's get an advice. I feel like a lot of this was the advice, but we'll see if there's any other advice for you guys, okay? Any other advice or messages here for Leo? I'm getting a Donna or a Donald. I just want to say hi. That's it. I just want to say hi. Like in a sing-songy way. Maybe even almost as if they were Irish. Donna or Donald. I just want to say hi. I don't know. I'm weird, guys. Okay? It might strike for one person. Ah, okay. So your advice is restoring the passion in your life, having a new beginning here with the Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. This talks about balancing yourself out. What do you notice? What do you notice about yourself when it comes to love? Okay. Have you deep dived with yourself? Do you really love yourself? Okay. Also, for me, with the King of Cups, we're talking love, an expression, a deep emotional expression, and a brand new beginning, the action, putting that into action. What are you ready to express in your life from your feelings, from your emotions, from your heart, and bring out? What do you truly love? Who do you truly love? Do you love yourself? And are you ready to be that in your life and not be closed off, not be resistant? Because it takes brave people to say, you know what, I like you, I would love to explore this. It takes courage. And I'm so attracted to you. I think you're amazing. And we're not going the same direction. I want kids. You don't want any. I want to live in Calgary. You don't. Okay? You don't want to buy a house. I do. Okay? Like, it takes courage. What do you desire? What do you desire truly? And are you ready to, against, all odds, make that happen for you? Okay? I don't care what it is. Doesn't have to be a relationship, all right? So my loves, that's what I have for you. Thank you for letting me run my mouth for the last 29 minutes and 11 seconds. I truly appreciate you guys. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, please make sure you smash the love button for me. I'm going to do some of these readings here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be funny through all the readings all the time. It's just not who I am. I'm actually a really severely quiet person, which you would never be able to tell. But, you know, I want to be able to deliver different things for you in order to help you along your journey. Okay, guys, so don't forget to like it. Don't forget to sub. If you're new here, I thank you so much and appreciate you for watching this, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys, bye.